my name is Susan, and welcome to my fitness video. It's not going to be particularly elaborate, though hopefully it'll give you a first step towards physical fitness. I'm not a medical professional, so do consult with your doctor for more information. I would consider myself knowledgeable, both via text and experience. As I've been an avid cyclist, I'm embarking on my 21st year of cycling, and I began running a couple of years ago. And I just found running was a much more challenging athletic activity for myself. Alright, so physical fitness, one of the most important elements of fitness is diet. As we all learned in grade school, for a person to function sanely within the world, a person needs 3 meals a day. Each of those meals should include a protein, a vegetable, and a carbohydrate. Protein involving meats such as beef, poultry, can also include fish, eggs, beans, legumes, lentils. Vegetables, I think most people know what vegetables are. The ones, usually leafy greens, are often advised. Those typically include iron, but there's also carrots, which are great with vitamin A. They're great for the eyes. There's also the carbohydrates. That involves grains and pastas. So things like rice, quinoa. Quinoa is also very high in protein, so that's important for muscular development, muscular growth. If you're looking to bulk up, want lots of protein. Another element of diet that's very important is water, H2O. After attending academics and residing in the Boston metropolitan vicinity, I had a neighbor who'd been attending medical school, and one of his peers had been studying to become a kidney specialist. And according to that neighbor of mine, he told me that one of the most common causes of kidney failure is because the ill person did not drink enough water. So according to text, you can find information. There's what's called the 8x8 rule. For proper kidney function, for maintaining kidney function for a lifetime, it is very important to drink 8 ounces of water 8 times a day for a total of 64 ounces of water daily. And that does not include beverages such as juice or soda or tea or coffee or beer. You have to drink clear, pure water. 8 ounces, 8 times a day. The 8x8 rule. So that's diet. As for the physical activities themselves, it's very important to set realistic goals for yourself and to also be patient with yourself. And also motivation. You have to go for the run yourself. Someone can't go for a run for you. It's very important. So setting the realistic goals. When I began cycling, I started with short distances, probably about a half a mile to a mile. And over the years, after about 21 years of cycling, I occasionally go for 60-mile rides. But that didn't happen overnight. Those were gradual increasing of distances cycled. And similar with running. Running is a very challenging physical activity. And it's again I found it more challenging than cycling for myself. And it took me, I required several years to finally gain the ability of running. That was a personal goal that I achieved. But yet again, it began with, I had to be really patient with myself, especially with running. You know, I could only run, the distance between telephone poles is approximately 20 feet. So my run started running about 20 feet, walking 20 feet, running 20 feet, alternating between running and walking, and gradually increasing those distances. And you know, now I run about 3.5 miles, 3.5 miles, now the distance that I run. And also weight training. Years ago, a person drove a vehicle through me and injured me terribly. And my recovery regimen included weight training, drinking milk, and taking naps. And the weight training started with 3-pound weights several times a week. And those weights increased to about, I think my maximum weight was about 25 pounds. Though, keeping at it, it's typically advised to participate in athletic activities about 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week. That's what most doctors advise. Some people might have the goal of being a Olympian, and those aren't. If that's your goal, go for it. Go for the gold. If a person wants to be an Olympian, or if or some other, you know, if a person wants to run the Boston Marathon, or you know, set those goals for yourself. Don't expect them to happen overnight, but go for it. I'd have to say some of my inspiration for my athletic activities, you know, pertain to thinking back to grade school and fitness classes with Mr. Mailman. So another thing with athletic activity is also kind of mixing it up some, giving yourself a variety of athletic activities, and keeping your workouts interesting for yourself. So some of the references I turn to for my various workouts, this one was Sly Moves with the Sylvester Stallone. This was a really great reference. Assisted me extremely with push-ups. I found push-ups really challenging, and he has some great tips for push-ups. This book, though I've read it, I haven't practiced the activities in it. Bruce Lee's Fighting Method, the complete edition. It's a really interesting read, and I think this book would be great if you have a friend whom you want to do something with, if you want to have fun with someone, if you want to do something aside from sit out on a couch and watch a movie together. You know, this is a great book to spend time with a friend. You know, this is good buddy, good bonding. I'd advise this if a person wants to bond with a friend. This would be fun. This book I'd recommend for a person who doesn't like to spend time outdoors. You know, a person who wants to just be indoors, avoid the outdoors, and or if a person has a limited schedule. Because it doesn't require a lot of athletic gear, just a room with a little bit of floor space, and a person gets a really great workout. The Jane Fonda's workout book, a classic, right? You know, it's also just interesting pertaining to athletics in terms of some of her exercises are also used with yoga. So it's kind of like, where did those influence, who influenced who? Is it the yoga influencing, you know, Jane Fonda, or did Jane Fonda inspire some of the yoga studios? But you know, with working out, it's very important to elevate the heart rate and sweating. You know, those are signs of a good heart rate, a good workout. So. And last reference. I'm not impressed with some of the conduct of the person, of the author. However, I'm quite certain the person knows what he's talking about when it pertains to physical fitness. And this book is Arnold Schwarzenegger's The New Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. This is an excellent resource for both weight training exercises and weight training safety, and it has some information pertaining to a balanced diet as well. So I'd say this, I'd say if I were just starting, this would be the book to start with. It's a great guide into physical fitness and exercise. So hopefully this gets you started on some physical fitness activities in your weekly life. I just highly recommend it. It's great alleviation of stress and worry, and it's also, it improves, I'd say, just overall quality of life improves. And, but you got to do it yourself. You've got to motivate yourself, and you've got to keep at it. And best wishes for it.